Hello everyone and welcome back to another macro day here on Scriptcase by Jamie. And today we are diving into the SC language macro. Now this macro is a powerful feature that allows us to enable dynamic language switching within your Scriptcase applications. Now, that doesn't matter whether you're dealing with international users or just needing to switch languages, maybe based on user preferences, because both of those are really wanted in today's day and age. Now, this macro makes it very simple and pretty efficient to apply that change. So let's explore how we can implement this to make your applications globally friendly. Now, before we dive into this awesome little macro, let's first of all check out the purpose. And the purpose of this macro is to dynamically set the language as well as the regional settings of an application. So you can use it within multi-language environments, or pretty much any project really, for all sorts of reasons, whether it be just for organizing the terms used within your application, because you may find it easier to manage those, or just for applying actual languages within your application. So really it's just to apply language within your entire platform. And you can set that with the SC language macro. And the syntax is pretty straightforward. Now I can add some hyphens in here, and there I can then apply now here the language code. So for English, I could say English underscore US, for instance, if I wanted to have English US, or maybe I wanted Spain. So then in that case, I could just switch over to Spain. And I can apply this dynamically in any way within my application because I just need to run the macro. Now, with the country or language option, we then also have the regional settings. So we can also maybe change the regional settings for this Spanish user and add in here the maybe regional settings of, say, Luxembourg, which would be pretty funny, right? Or we could change that to, English again, so that it is, well, English US maybe again, with lowercase, always lowercase. Okay, so in this case, I could change that to regional settings of US. So if it's a Spanish speaker within the US, then maybe that makes sense. Or like I was saying before, Spanish within Luxembourg. You can apply those regional settings for your custom users within your own platform. So this really becomes quite a functional and pretty nice macro to use within your application. And I have used this many times. Okay, so if you would want to use this, I'll say on an advanced level, then of course, the alternative way to use this is to, instead of applying here the country code within this, is then maybe to use a variable that you have defined, or even the global variables within the platform. Now, if you check the latest security, you have there the option for language selection on the page. You could remove it from the login page and specify the capability for that within your new profile page. Now, there is a much simpler way of doing that. This macro would be for different purposes within your applications these days. So in some shape or form, you may need to adjust this or may not want to actually use it, in fact, because there is a field that you can set within the form or control form that specifies then the language and then changes that for your application. Now, you can then also set that globally throughout your project if you want, or we could put maybe a switch like this, and with that then you can specify the language as you need within your own application. And using a switch for this would be possibly the best way instead of an if-else statement. Now it is important to note within this switch that we have here the session user language. So we would maybe want to adjust that according to the project needs and set that then as the user language when they log into the environment. Now you can integrate this in multiple ways within your user interface also, and even provide some back-end processing maybe and set languages on the header and so forth, which is kind of interesting. So using the scSetLanguage macro is pretty beneficial in multiple applications, especially when it comes to SaaS, e-commerce platforms maybe, and other systems that serve maybe a diverse user base from different countries and linguistic backgrounds. It does, of course, in that case, enhance the user experience, as well as provides content in the user's native language, which can be pretty crucial for accessibility as well as usability within your platform. Now, that is pretty much all for the scSetLanguage macro. That is how you use it. So that is how you can dynamically change the language settings within your Scriptcase applications with this straightforward macro. It's very powerful and of course helps you cater your platforms to a global audience. Okay, so if you found this tutorial helpful, well, then you know what to do. And until the next video, of course, because there's loads more macro videos coming up. So if there is one that you are wanting to see, well, maybe you leave a comment in the video. Maybe we can make some adjustments and the macro you want may come up a little sooner. So thanks for watching and until the next video.